Thanks for watching NBC. Your local news is next. Next Sunday on an all-new Crossing Jordan, a young girl victimized, a famous athlete accused.
I'm not a rapist.
Will Jordan send a celebrity to jail?
Who are you covering for?
Then, an incredible discovery.
There's a man in there.
A U.S. soldier, frozen in ice for 50 years.
He's been in there since the Korean War.
Is about to unearth an amazing secret. All new Crossing Jordan, next Sunday on NBC.
You're watching the News Channel. Local, live, late breaking. This is the News at 10.
Tonight on the News at 10, the search is over for a man who went missing near Potomac last week.
Plus, the search continues for a man who went missing Friday on Whitefish Lake.
Also, an accident on Highway 200 blocks traffic for more than 40 minutes.
Good evening. In our top story tonight, the search is over for the hiker who disappeared near Potomac Wednesday morning.
46-year-old Bert Horton returned to his home late last night. Horton's friend had called 911 on Thursday after Horton failed to meet up with him Wednesday. Search and rescue crews spent days looking for him, but Horton says he just needed a couple days to get away and be on his own.
To Whitefish Lake now, where rescuers wrapped up day 3 of the search for a man presumed drowned there. Efforts began today around 10 a.m., but after several dives, sheriff's divers wrapped up just after 5 p.m. Search efforts began Friday after 2 men fell out of a capsizing canoe. The 2 were part of a bachelor party at a Whitefish Lake home. 1 man survived, but the other, a 26-year-old Canadian man, is believed drowned.
Firefighters say water rescues are all too common here in western Montana. Officials say the spring season creates the greatest problem for water rescuers because of the higher water levels. Today, firefighters trained for those rescues, focusing on rescuing from the shore without falling in.
We want to make sure that everybody on shore, if they do fall in, go in the water, fall through the ice, something like that, they're protected from the elements as well as the water itself. So we just want to make sure we don't get any rescuers hurt in the process.
Allman says practicing river rescues is vital. 7,000 to 9,000 people a year die by drowning, and a third of those people are would-be rescuers.
Well, it looks like we've got some clouds for the week.
I know, after a beautiful day today, something different in store for us. Brooke Foster's here with our first check of weather. Brooke?
Well, it was a very nice day across much of western Montana, a few sprinkles, but overall a mix of sun and clouds in the forecast for today, and some pretty nice temperatures as well. Our highs climbed into the mid to upper 50s across all of western Montana, but light rain showers are in the forecast. Looking at satellite and radar, starting to see a few more showers creep into our area. We're going to continue to deal with some clouds and some light rainfall and even some mountain snow showers as we head into your overnight hours. Still keeping that chance of rainfall in the forecast for your Monday. Current conditions right now, temperatures are mainly in the 40s. It is 46 degrees in Missoula, 40 in Kalispell, 45 degrees in Butte. So all across Montana, temperatures are mainly in the 40s, so not a bad night. Tonight, though, lows will dip into the 30s and will range anywhere from 37 degrees in Missoula to around 30 degrees in Butte. So it will be a somewhat chilly evening in some spots, and we are looking for some mountain snow showers as well as some valley rainfall. Keeping the chance of rain in your forecast for your Monday. We'll take a complete look at that coming up in just a bit.
Highway 200 was blocked for more than 40 minutes today after an accident in East Missoula. Highway Patrol says a pickup turned onto the highway, hitting a smaller car and causing it to roll over. Those involved in the accident were taken to St. Patrick Hospital with minor injuries. Traffic was diverted as emergency crews towed the cars away.
Police in Bozeman have released the name of a person of interest in the March 16th robbery of the Bank of Bozeman. 48-year-old Farron Hawkins has been a fugitive since 2003. Police in Boise, Idaho have a warrant for his arrest for a robbery at a key bank in December 2005. He is considered to be armed and dangerous.
In Great Falls, police are searching for a man who robbed a casino at gunpoint early yesterday. Police say a man walked into the Players Casino with a handgun and demanded money. The man is 6'1" and 160 pounds. He was wearing a ski mask and a Carhartt-style jacket. It is the second robbery of a Great Falls business in as many days.
In Missoula, a man arrested outside of a casino with a loaded .38 caliber pistol has been charged with attempted robbery. 22-year-old Josh White was arrested early on March 31st, but arraigned last Friday. Police officers were patrolling casinos because of a recent rash of robberies.
To a story now that thrusts the small town of Jordan into the national spotlight. This spring marks the 10th anniversary of the Freeman Standoff. For 81 days in 1996, the separatist group was locked in a tense standoff with the FBI. In Jordan, the Freemen are known mainly for their 2-year reign of bullying and aggression that included quick money scams, tax dodges, and threats against public officials who questioned them.
Another anniversary now. It was 5 years ago this week that Anne Sluty was kidnapped from a mall parking lot in Kearney, Nebraska. 6 days later, in a Rawlins, Montana cabin, she helped negotiate her own release. Sluty is now a senior in college and expects to graduate next month. Her abductor, Anthony Stephen Wright of Minnesota, also known as Tony Zappa, remains in a federal prison in California.
In political news, Senator Conrad Burns kicked off his re-election campaign today. Greeted by supporters, Burns reminisced back to the Montana he first saw 17 years ago when he was elected to the Senate. He also talked about the great quality of life here in Montana and asked for support in keeping it for the next generation.
It's found in the preamble of our Constitution to fight for life, born and unborn, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Then I ask you today, stand by me.
Burns' campaign will tour Montana, making 12 stops over the next 5 days.
After disappearing for decades, one of Missoula's biggest community events and parties is back this year. The Arbor Day cleanup will be held April 22nd in Missoula. Arbor Day began in the early 1900s as a tribute to one of the university's first professors. During the 1970s, it grew into a large citywide party. Brad Cederberg is the president of the student government at the University of Montana. He says it's about time the event comes back.
I've got posters of the old Arbor Days that were a lot of people remember, the kegers. But this year we've come at it. This is not a party that's going to make some money for charity. This is a day of community service, and maybe we'll have a little fun afterwards. Absolutely, we're going to have fun during the day.
Cederberg is asking volunteers to meet between the University Center and the Mansfield Library at 9 a.m. to help with clean up the city and bring back almost a century of tradition to Missoula. In national news, protesters across the country are rallying to support immigration reform. In California, Utah, and Iowa today, thousands of people marched through the streets raising flags of all nations. The protesters were supporting legislation that would allow illegal immigrants who have lived in the United States for 5 years to apply for permanent residency.
In Washington, D.C., a man is in custody after jumping the fence onto the White House north lawn. The man, who has not yet been identified, leapt over the fence just before 4 o'clock this afternoon. He was not armed but continued screaming at the White House security guards who surrounded him. He got about 2 yards onto the White House grounds before police tackled him and led him away.
After landing back on Earth in Kazakhstan, the crew from the International Space Station arrived back at Russia's Star City this morning. American astronaut Bill MacArthur and cosmonaut Valery Tokarov spent the last 6 months in space, along with Brazil's first man in space. Now, all three will undergo a series of medical checkups and debriefings before MacArthur is able to return to the U.S.
Residents in parts of Tennessee are picking up the pieces just a day after another deadly tornado struck the regions. Friday night's storm came less than a week after the first string of deadly tornadoes. NBC's Ron Mott reports.
Atlanta was the latest city in this 7-day stretch of killer weather across the southeast. Yesterday, powerful winds leveled stores, peeled roofs, and uprooted trees. But it's in Tennessee where there's lingering shock and awe, such as this steel beam in Deborah Woodard's bedroom in Gallatin.
By the time I got up out of bed and made it to the entertainment center, the windows shattered, and then right as I made it into the living room, the metal beam fell through the roof.
Though the room is adorned with symbols of faith, Woodard isn't ready to call it divine intervention just yet. But others here, considering their brushes with disaster, are.
As I got to that door, for some reason I turned and went back into that room, and that's when it hit. So I was very lucky.
What turned out to be a safe room for him and his co-workers was just out of reach for others.
One of our employees perished, one of our fellow employees.
In all, at least 10 people were killed in Tennessee during Friday's storms, which, when added to the 24 who died in tornadoes here a week ago, makes for a bittersweet start to spring.
I am so grateful. I pray to God. Yeah, I prayed last night, thanked them for saving us.
It's time now for a check of the weather.
Meteorologist Brooke Foster joins us now. Brooke.
Well, it started off rather cloudy across much of western Montana, but Sunday turned out rather sunny and some pretty nice temperatures as well. So a nice warm up today all across the area. We did see a few light rain showers. Rain showers will remain in your forecast tonight into your work week. We'll take a complete look at that coming up after the break. Stay tuned. You're watching the News Channel.
Spotted knapweed costs you $47 million each year by spreading rapidly and destroying water and plant resources. There are 3 easy ways to identify knapweed. Look for a young rosette in the spring, spot it in and after bloom crowding out other plants, and check for dark tips on the bracts. You can stop the spread of spotted knapweed by learning to identify it at weedawareness.org.
KCFW 9 Kalispell's News Channel. Working harder, digging deeper to cover breaking and developing news better than anyone else. KCFW 9 Kalispell's News Channel. The station you can depend on to cover local news, no matter where or when it breaks. That's what sets us apart. Local, live, late breaking. KCFW 9 Kalispell's News Channel.
At Lithia, we've always thought that buying a new car should be easy.
And we've always thought that you should be able to get an easy upfront deal.
And that's why we have promo pricing.
Promo pricing is how we do business.
Promo pricing gives you a great selection of new vehicles.
Loaded with the options you want. At a low, no haggle price you can count on.
And you can save with promo pricing every single day.
Promo pricing.
Promo pricing.
Promo pricing at Lithia Chrysler Dodge of Missoula.
Transform your yard into a private refuge with an Anchor Highland Stone retaining wall. Colors of earth, texture of stone. Surround your home with long-lasting natural beauty. From simple garden borders to elegantly terraced retaining walls, let Anchor Highland Stone inspire your great outdoors.
Make it happen, make it Anderson's, with locations in Kalispell and Whitefish.
And now, from the Precision Storm Team, meteorologist Adam Baker.
Well, it was a somewhat sunny Sunday across much of western Montana. Mix of sun and clouds all across the area, but a few light rain showers. Overall, a very nice day. Our weather cam will show a picture of what it looked like outside today across Missoula. A mix of sun and clouds, a very nice day to head outdoors. Temperatures climbed today into the 50s. Now, looking at satellite and radar, we are seeing a few light rain showers beginning to move into west central Montana. We're going to continue to watch these light showers develop as we head into your overnight hours. So look for some valley rainfall as well as some mountain snow showers for the late evening hours. They will remain in the forecast as we head into your Monday. So Monday looks like it is going to be a fairly wet day with a chance of rainfall all across the board. A few clouds across western Montana right now, but temperature-wise, not too bad. Those clouds are really holding our temperatures in the 40s. Currently, it is 40 degrees in Kalispell, 45 degrees down towards Butte. Here in Missoula, we're looking at a temperature right around 46 degrees with the dew point at around 30, relative humidity at 53%. The wind's coming out of the north at around 7 miles per hour, so a bit of a breeze if you are going to be heading out. Weather watchers calling in today. Temperatures mainly in the 50s, 57 degrees for a high in Libby, 55 in Columbia Falls, 62 degrees today was a high in Superior, 53 degrees east of Corvallis, 52 for a high today in St. Regis. So all across western Montana, some pretty nice temperatures. Over at the LH Ranch, they saw a high today right around 55 degrees and 50 for a high in Anaconda. Here's another look at that satellite and radar. Quite a bit of cloud cover streaming across the state as well, so we are going to have to deal with a little bit of cloud cover in the overnight hours, but those clouds are really going to help keep our temperatures above the freezing mark as we head into the overnight hours. What we are looking at is this area of low pressure, recurring dip in the jet stream, allowing a pathway for these storms. They're directed right into western Montana, so it looks like for the next several days, a good chance of seeing some showers Monday into Easter Sunday. So rain showers in your forecast for your Monday, about a 70% chance that we could see showers across western Montana. So pretty good bet that everyone is going to get in on a little bit of rainfall action for your Monday. Tonight, lows back into the 30s, 33 for an overnight low in Kalispell. Mostly cloudy skies with a few scattered rain and mountain snow showers. Tomorrow, look for mostly cloudy skies, so some sunshine to start out your work week, but it does look like a chance of rainfall all across the area. Highs tomorrow in the 50s, 53 degrees for a high tomorrow in Kalispell, 58 for a high in Libby. West central Montana tonight, lows back into the 30s, anywhere from 37 in Missoula to around 31 degrees for an overnight low in Sula. Seeley Lake, 29 degrees. Mostly cloudy, scattered rain and mountain snow showers across the area. And the same goes tomorrow. Temperatures back into the 50s, 54 Missoula and Hamilton, 50 in Sula. Looking for a high tomorrow in Thompson Falls of around 55 degrees. Mostly cloudy with a chance of showers throughout your Monday. Southwestern Montana, temperatures down into the 30s, 35 Bozeman, 22 for an overnight low in West Yellowstone, 30 in Butte. Mostly cloudy, scattered showers in the forecast for your Monday. So a wet start to your work week with highs mainly in the lower 50s for southwestern Montana. Bozeman, you're looking for a high of around 51. Here's a look at your Precision Storm Team 7-day forecast for western Montana. Temperatures mainly in the 50s and then climbing into the lower 60s by Wednesday. Look for a high of 60, 59 on Thursday. Southwestern Montana, the same goes. Temperatures in the 50s, warming up on Wednesday with a high of 58, 56 on Thursday. But we are going to keep a chance of rainfall in the forecast through the next 7 days as we continue to watch several storm systems approach our area, bringing ample moisture. So decent shot of seeing some showers for the next 7 days.
So clouds all around western Montana.
Clouds all around western Montana and light showers as well.
All right, thank you, Brooke.
Next in sports, we've got Cat Griz, lacrosse style. The couches were out in full force for Montana's first home lacrosse game of the season. I've got your highlights coming up, and just how well are the new Division I transfers fitting in with the Griz football team? Sports in 2 minutes, right here on the News Channel.
Watch Montana Today weekday mornings at 5:57 right here on KCFW 9.
Good evening. In less than 8 hours, you will meet the oldest coyote in the world, and we're pretty sure of that fact. He lives up Lolo Creek, is owned by Dr. Cole McPherson, and at 17 years old tomorrow. We'll celebrate the birthday in fine style on Montana Today. Later on in the week, Charlie Crookshanks will be here talking about Academy Days. Now, what that's about is if your children are interested in joining a military academy, there's something very special we need to share with you. We've got coffee to give to you next week on KCFW 9.
Right now, people are making a decision to improve their quality of life by coming to Miracle Ear to try on a new hearing solution that can only be described as more natural. The revolutionary ME900. More natural looking, more natural sounding. Try on the natural choice, the new ME900. Call or visit your local Miracle Ear location today.
For more information, contact your local Miracle Ear in Missoula, Hamilton, Kalispell, or Whitefish.
I went in for chips and salsa and discovered something hotter.
IHOP introduces Cinestacks, stacked with sweet cinnamon filling, cream cheese icing, and delightful whipped topping. They're luscious on top of delicious, served with all your favorites. IHOP, come hungry, leave happy.
What are the experts saying about Tundra and Tacoma? Just what Toyota owners already know.
Since I've owned 3 Toyota pickups myself, I know how they last and how dependable they are. The most important thing is incredible reliability. Dependable, safe, and no worries.
That's what I like about them.
See your Great Northwest Toyota dealer today and get everything good you already know about Toyota in a top, dependable truck. It just feels right. Now at Glacier Toyota in Kalispell. Toyota, moving forward.
Angelica Houston from Grey's Anatomy, Justin Chambers, and an amazing animal caller. Next, all new Ellen.
Weekdays at 4 on KCFW 9. Watch the news at 6 weeknights right here on KCFW 9, Kalispell's News Channel.
Don't call it just a club sport. Those lacrosse players, they take things very seriously, especially when your natural rival is involved. Number 10 ranked Montana State and number 7 Montana squared off in men's lacrosse at the River Bowl today. A good crowd on hand for the first home game this season. They'd see plenty of goals. Montana's Keith Ball gets a pretty good shot right there. Ball comes loose. Cats can't get a hold of it though. Xander Alt does, drops it over the head of Brian Hoy. Alt had 4 goals today. Griz up 6-3. Cats trying to keep pace. David Hoy sneaks one in on Colin Connery. Griz still up by 3 at that point, and they would come right back down the field. This is going to be a very innocent-looking shot by Jamie Pike. Glances off the defense, finds the back of the net. Griz win this one 13-8. In college football, the complete rotation of players every 4 years can make it very hard to keep a consistent, positive chemistry in the locker room. The Griz have 4 newcomers this spring. 3 will make an immediate impact: quarterback Josh Schwager, receiver Craig Chambers, and tailback Reggie Bradshaw. And their presence at spring ball has not only helped on the field, Chambers and Bradshaw have made fast friends.
Got good speed and good quicks, you know, we hang out every day. Also, Josh Schwager, our quarterback, got a strong arm, you know, I mean, we just, you know, three new additions to our team, actually 4. There's another guy, Paul from Boise State. I mean, we got 4 good transfers in here, you know, to help us, you know, pursue our goals.
Baseball today, proof that the sun isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Rafael Furcal hits the ball to new Phillies center fielder Aaron Rowan. He takes it right down his front. And now, why am I going to show you another pop-up? Well, you probably already figured it out. Jimmy Rollins, back. Yeah, he gets an error. Later, first base, Jamie Loney with a gold glove type play right here. The Phillies just can't catch a break. Check this snag out. Flips it back for the out. And, well, it would stay that way for the Phillies until the bottom of the 9th. Bobby Abreu at the plate. Pow. Bottom 9, 2 on, 2 outs. He smacks a 3-run walk-off home run. Phillies beat the Dodgers 6-3. At the Masters, Seattle's Fred Couples knocks in a birdie to tie at under 5 with longtime buddy Phil Mickelson. Those two were the final pairing today. Tiger, dressed in his usual Sunday red, here he is. We'll see him. Well, he can't find the bottom of the cup on this putt. That was for eagle, would have put him just 2 shots back of Mickelson and Couples. Missed putts, also the story for Fred Couples down the stretch. An inch off this putt for birdie. He'd go on to miss the par putt as well. Phil Mickelson goes on to win the Masters for the 2nd time in 3 years. He shoots a 69 on Sunday and ends up 7 under at Augusta. Some other quick news for you. Montana men's tennis falls tonight to Cal Poly 6-1.
Ooh.
Ouch, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. We will be right back.
Watch the news at 5 weekdays right here on KCFW 9, Kalispell's News Channel.
A lot of times when people say, you do the math, there's no math involved. But when Arby's says it, they mean it. You can choose any combination of 4 Arby's melts or ham and Swiss melts for only $5. Maybe you want 2 Arby's melts and 2 ham and Swiss melts, or 3 ham and Swiss melts and 1 Arby's melt. You do the math.
I was told there would be no math.
The Arby's Mix-A-Melt. Any combination of 4 delicious melts for only $5. It'll have you saying,
I'm thinking Arby's.
Hi, I'm Dusty Giza, Realtor with Remax Glacier Country in Kalispell. Just imagine living in this nearly new 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home located in Meadow Lake Golf Community. Take advantage of the on-site restaurant and lounge, pool, workout center, and fantastic golf course. For more information about this home, call me, Dusty Giza.
Dusty Giza, giving your property maximum exposure.
Tired of dirty dustpans, clumsy vacuum attachments, heavy vacuums on the stairs, and messy bags that rip? Get a Beam built-in. With a Beam vac pan, sweeping is a dream. Cleaning up after little ones is a breeze. Stairs are a snap, and there are no messy bags to change. Beam built-in vacuums reduce dust mites and allergens better than any portable vacuum. A1 Vacuum and Janitorial Supply has over 20 years of experience installing built-in vacuums. Have a Beam installed in your home. Visit the pros at A1 today.
Saturday, April 15th at the Majestic Valley Arena. Two true monsters of classic rock as the Flathead Valley welcomes the former lead singer of Bad Company, Brian Howe, and Starship featuring Mickey Thomas. Grab your tickets now. $20 general admission, $25 gets you floor access. Brought to you by Budweiser, Pepsi, West Coast Hotels, Chinook Wireless, the Majestic Valley Arena, and
103.9, The Monster.
You know, John, what's better than a come-from-behind win?
You know, like Super Bowl 23. Joe Montana goes back, hits Jerry Rice. Boom, he throws a touchdown to John Taylor in the end zone, and the 49ers beat the Bengals. Woo!
Yeah, I remember it. I was on the Bengals sideline on that team that year.
But it was a good game, though. What?
This fall, football's biggest night will be Sunday night with Madden, Michaels, Costas, and Collinsworth. Only on NBC.
Recapping tonight's top stories, the search is over for the hiker who disappeared from his Potomac home on Wednesday morning. The search was called off when 46-year-old Bert Horton returned to his home late last night. Horton's friend called 911 on Thursday night because Horton was supposed to meet up with him on Wednesday but never showed up. Search and rescue crews spent hours looking for him, but Horton told officials he had just needed a couple of days to get away on his own.
To Whitefish Lake, where day 3 of the search for a missing man wrapped up tonight. Efforts began today around 10 a.m. and after several dives, sheriff's divers wrapped up just after 5 p.m. Search efforts began Friday after 2 men fell out of a capsizing canoe. The 2 were part of a bachelor party at a Whitefish Lake home. 1 man survived, but the other, 26-year-old Canadian man, is believed drowned. Flathead County dive team leader Jordan White says many areas are just too deep for the divers. It's time now for our last look at weather. Brooke?
Right. Well, isolated rain and mountain snow showers across western Montana tonight. And then keeping that chance of rainfall in the forecast for the next 7 days. Western Montana, highs in the 50s. Look for a high tomorrow of around 54 degrees, 58 on Tuesday, 60 degrees on Wednesday. So it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be fairly warm days across much of western Montana, but there's a chance of rainfall for the next 7 days, so it will be a somewhat wet week. Southwestern Montana, same story. Your warmest day will be Wednesday with a high of around 58 degrees. Thursday's temperature still in the mid-50s, and of course, once again, the next 7 days, chance of rainfall all across western Montana. Tomorrow, though, the best chance.
All right, thank you very much, Brooke, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Tax time can be taxing. Who doesn't want a break?
It's like refund day every day during Furniture Row's Tax Time Price Break event. Now, for a limited time only, we're reducing our prices by an extra 6% on qualifying purchases throughout our Furniture Row Center. That's extra savings on top of our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. Plus, we're offering no payments and no interest until July 2007. Furniture Row Shopping Center. Get in under the wire. Our Tax Time Price Break extra 6% off savings event ends soon.
Add beauty and value to your home with Coulter Stone from Anderson's Masonry, Hearth and Home. Coulter Stone has more choices, better finishes, consistent color, quality, and a 50-year warranty. Make it happen, make it Anderson's, with locations in Kalispell and Whitefish.
NBC News, the heart of America.